Hello and welcome to today's video. Today is a little bit of a different video. We are doing a get ready with me, and in me throwing on some quick makeup, I figured that it was more interesting to watch me put on makeup while I gave you a low-buy update than it was to just sit here and like talk to a camera and do nothing. So it's a little bit longer than a low-buy video would have been, but at the same time I hope it's a little bit more interesting to watch. So if you're interested in seeing this quick kind of makeup look and hearing about a low-buy update, then keep watching. Okay, so this is going to be a more simple get ready with me kind of makeup look. It's not my quickest out the door makeup, but it's kind of middle of the road. It is a lot of steps because I'm trying to use as many Project Pan items in this video as I can, but it's not like full glam by any means. So I've already primed my face with my Touch and Glow Glow Lotion and also my L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. And so now I'm gonna try to balance talking about what I'm using and talking about my low buy. So to introduce what I'm about to just go through and do, I won't talk about it too much. I'm going to put concealer on first because my concealer is very light. It's in the shade Fair Beige. It's a little too light for me. I like to put it on first and then put foundation over the top. And once I have my cream products on, I'll put my lipstick that I'm using as a cream blush, and I have like a cream bronzer. And so I'll do all of that and cream highlight as I talk about my low buy, and then as we transition to powder products, I'll stop, talk about those, and tell you a little bit more about the low buy update. So as I am getting started, or as I'm filming this, we are smack dab in the middle of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty Sale. And so my biggest update so far is that I think I'm surviving successfully. If you watched any of my previous videos, I talked about how that was one of my most worrisome moments, is that I tend to binge quite a bit when I see things on sale. Like if something's on sale, whether or not I've wanted it before, I all of a sudden like have this huge usual craving for something, especially when I'm like, oh yeah, I got a good deal. So I kind of knew going into this sale that I was going to struggle. And because of that, I tried to make myself make a little like a wish list, and I am sticking to it. There was something on my wish list actually on sale during the sale. Like I really want to try the Becca, the purple one. Is that the First Light priming filter? I want to try that primer so bad, but I told myself, you know what? They put, so far in the couple of years that I've been like hoarding makeup, they put that primer on sale every year. And so there's no reason that, you know, to me it's like that's not an excuse right now to go buy it. You haven't really finished a primer yet, and they're going to put it on sale again. Don't worry. Like I'm not worried about that. So that's the main reason I talked myself off the ledge, was that they put that primer on sale all the time. So there's no like, it's not a rush. Don't worry about it. Relax. And so that worked. I am more relaxed about it. That day was a little bit tough because I think that day was also like National Fragrance Day or something, and they had these like cool little sample packs where if you spend $60, then you get like $60 worth of or more of fragrance samples, and I love little fragrance deluxe kind of sizes. But again, I told myself, you're platinum, so you would only spend $20 even if you did pick it up. So there's definitely not a reason to go ahead and spend $40 more to get the $60. Yeah, no, you don't need it. You don't need that sample pack. So I managed to live through that day, which was a huge deal. And I think I'm talking about it in the right order. I think like the next day or the day after was when the Too Faced chocolate gold bar went on sale. And if you didn't see my video where I swatch all of my green eyeshadows, I'll link that down below. But I kind of had in my brain, you just did that. You were really drawn to the green shades, and you have all the other shades. Like I know I have a million neutral shimmery shades in different palettes. Jaclyn Hill palette has a ton. The palette that I'm going to use today has some colorful pops. Like, I don't need another palette, especially since I have palettes sitting over in the area where I store my palettes where I haven't even used them yet. Like, I bought them at Christmas time and I still have, I believe, like 2 palettes. I don't even know how many I have, but I at least have 2 palettes that I have not even touched yet. So that's more than enough reason to tell myself, you don't need another palette right now. It's probably one that I would have resented that I bought anyways. So those were the hardest days when looking at the sales papers. Those were the ones that were tempting me the most. So I think I've survived. I actually haven't even had the urge to like check the sale really since those 2 days passed. So for now, I'll call it, I won't call it a solid victory yet, but I'll say that I'm in the lead, which I think is good. So I'm surviving the Ulta sale. However, I have purchased some things. So, wow, I'm gonna breeze through this material before I even finish getting ready to powder my face. I have purchased some products. I think in my inventory video, I think it was my skincare inventory video that I talked about what nail polishes I own. But I own 6 nail polishes, and I'm looking at them over here. There's a red one, a bright pink one, a gold one, a red glitter, a mauve one, and this is the red and the pink one here. And then I have just a clear base nail coat. Like, this is like a base coat of some sort. And usually I wear that one the most because I don't tend to wear nail polish that often. Occasionally my nails get very long. The typical like routine that I do with my nails is that I let them get as long as I can until one of them breaks, and then I cut them short and just let them grow out again. So when my nails start to get long, I put the base coat on, and that's usually like what helps me grow them out some. But earlier in the month, actually it was earlier this month because it's March still, I had an interview. Didn't get the job, that's okay. I had an interview, but I wanted my nails to be nice, and I realized, well, I could do like a French manicure on myself, and I realized I don't have a white nail polish. So I went down to H&M and avoided much of the makeup section, which is kind of hard because I keep hearing really good things about the makeup that H&M has. So eventually, maybe if I get towards the end of the year and I still have money left in my budget, I will probably try picking some of that up because I'm just so curious to see what it's like. So anyways, before I go much further into my story about going to H&M, now I think we're done with cream products, and I'm gonna go into powder products. So I'm just gonna be setting my under eye with old powder, Kat Von D. I have powders in this that I'm not gonna show because I don't want spoilers for my which one is this? This one is my Drop 10 Before Summer that I just uploaded. I'll link it down below too. So I'm not going to show the inside because I don't want to spoil anything, but it has some setting shades. It has a contour shade. I'll be using both the setting shades and the contour shade. I'll be using my blush palette, my bronzer, my highlighter, and I think I'm going to use the peach shade from here as a one shadow eyeshadow look. So for now, let's just get back to the story. So anyways, yeah, had to go to H&M for 2 things. One, I wanted to get some white nail polish so that I could do my nails like French manicure style, which was, I should have filmed that because that was hilarious trying to watch me figure out how to do that. And I had to stop and watch several tutorials on that. That was pretty funny. But I managed. I actually thought it looked really good. And when I was there, I was noticing some other colors of nail polishes that I was like, you know what, those are really pretty. So I went home, thought about it, went back, and finally, like, I tried to make myself, when I went home, think about colors that you really wear. And to me, I think that I am more likely to wear nail polish when I can be a little bit extra and like add it on to my eyeshadow look when I plan the look out. So for example, I know I wear a lot of yellow, and so I was like, I would actually like to have a yellow. I feel like that would be a very fun color that I would enjoy, and I want that. So I went online, looked at what they had yellow wise. I went online, I you know, thought about some of my favorite eyeshadow looks that I know I like to wear a lot. And I started looking online about what kind of colors they had. And I ended up picking up 5 nail polishes, which is a lot for me because, I mean, I almost doubled my collection. I only owned 6 before, and then here I am buying buying so many more. And I forgot my brushes, 1 second. So I did pick up 5 more. I am very happy with them. I haven't worn them all yet, but that's okay. I think I will very soon. I have worn 3 of them technically, but I have 2 that I've kind of been waiting. I figured I would wait, film an update, a low-buy update, and then talk about it once I film the update. And so 1 second and I will show you. Okay, so the nail polishes I ended up picking up were, this one was just a shiny top coat. It's a gel top coat. I don't really know what that means, but apparently they charge more for it, so it's supposed to be more fancy. That one was like $6 roughly US. And then the other one I wore was obviously the white, and this is in the shade Whiteout. I thought that it lasted a couple days. I was pretty impressed with the lasting time because typically I'm used to, I guess, like cheap nail polishes just chip so quickly, but I didn't really have an issue with that. It lasted a couple of days at the very least. And then the other one that I've worn is called Green as Gold, and it's got this really cool gold to green duochrome kind of shift, and I liked that one a lot. I wore that in the green the swatching the green shadows video. And then the other 2 that I have not worn that I picked up are this H&M one in Cream Saffron. I'm so excited to wear this. They had another one that was something turmeric, but it looked more orange to me, and this one seemed more yellow. So I'm very excited to wear that, especially going into fall, but I'll wear it spring and summer too. And then the last one I have here is, this one is called No Shrieking Violet, and it looks blue, but it's also like a shift to purple. And the reason why I picked this one up was because the Dose of Color Desi Katie collab has a shade in it. I forget what the shade name is, but I'll try to, well, let me grab the palette. This palette here has a shade in it here that has this blue, or this one here has this blue to purple shift, and on camera I think it's just gonna look blue, but in person it's very purple. And so I was like, oh, that's so fun. It reminds me so much of that eyeshadow that I went ahead and picked it up, and so far I haven't worn it yet, but I'm really excited to. That's one of the palettes that I own that I also haven't worn yet. Or actually, I think I pulled it out one time on a special occasion. We were going out with some friends and I wanted to wear it, and I wore it one time. So I've worn the palette one time. That shadow specifically has been worn one time. And so, yeah, I'm really excited. I think that, you know, it's the weirdest thing. I know I'm on a low buy and not a no buy, so I have nothing to feel guilty about. But at the same time, I think I'm one of those people I chronically find things to feel guilty about. Like, I'm just a guilt-ridden human being. I don't know if anybody else struggles with that, but I constantly find things to feel bad about. And so there's a little bit of me that's fighting the guilt of like, well, you bought 5 nail polishes. Did you really need 5 nail polishes? But I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of tell myself, be kind, give yourself some time, see if you like it, and go from there. I also apologize if I've been looking in the viewfinder the whole time. I don't really have a dedicated mirror in front of me, and so I'm like kind of like almost using that as a mirror, and I'm just now catching myself doing it, and I know that's so annoying, and I am so sorry. So yeah, so summary of the low buy is that I think I'm surviving the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale fine. I made it through the 2 worst days. I almost made the mistake of going into the sales area and like going crazy, because I did see a couple things that I was like, oh, I would like to own that, but I talked myself out of them. Again, I told myself, one of my subscribers said that she, you know, if she doesn't want to buy something full price, then she really kind of doesn't let herself buy it on sale even. And I've kind of been thinking about that more, and I think that for me, that's a good question to start with. I do think that there are some things that I just wouldn't pay full price for because I don't know if I would like them. But there are some things that I'm like, well, no, they're like, you know, you would like that item. Like, for example, rather than me talking around a million ideas and not giving you any specifics, the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liners. I want to try them so bad. I know I like the NYX version, and at Christmas time I saw the set that they had, and I thought about getting it, and at the time I talked myself out of it because I told myself it's not the fact that they're expensive. That doesn't throw me off. What throws me off is the colors in that pack were not things that I truly wanted. I believe they had like a goldy color, they had like a bronze color, and they had like a pink color. And so the reality is that I have a gold color. I have some Stila glitters that I already have that are kind of pink. They're not the same kind of pink, but I don't wear pink a ton, so I didn't need a pink color. And so I talked myself out of it at the time, because I'm like, well, you don't need pink. You already have some pink, and you know, it's just not a color I want. I was more interested in, I believe they have one that's almost like a white, kind of iridescent, has maybe like a purpley tint to it. I was wanting that one. And then bronze colors are beautiful, but I honestly, like, I'm not likely to like want to reach for a bronze glitter, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. I think there are other exciting glitters that I would rather have. And so for that reason, at Christmas time, I didn't buy that little set. But I did notice that on the 21 Days of Beauty, they had it on sale for like $19 or something. And I was very tempted. But again, I didn't want to pay full price for it because of good reason. And so I talked myself out of it this time. And so far, I'm not regretting it. I think that they'll probably, hopefully, fingers crossed, do sales like that or sets like that in the future, because those products are pretty popular. And so I'll keep my eye out at Christmas, you know, this coming year, to see if they're going to put out like another kit or something, or just get one. Because also, you know, one of the things I'm learning about myself is that I bought all of those Stila glitters on sale, and they're beautiful and I really like them, but I'm realizing now, because I'm panning one, that they dry out pretty quickly, and there's no way, you know, it's killing me, the thought of I might be the person who lets some of these products go to waste because I'm not going to be able to use them as quickly as I like. It's just not possible to use them before they dry up. So I think I'm okay. I think that should be what I name this video. And instead of talking for a minute, let's just speed through this eyeshadow look really quick. Okay, as I was pausing to finish off my makeup look, I realized there was one other deterrent that I forgot to mention, and that is most of the shopping that I want to do is from Ulta because I love the point system at Ulta. But another thing that I had to stop and think about was that, yes, I have family living in the US. I can ship my items to them and then have them either ship them to me, or we have family coming to visit in May. I could ask them to bring it maybe in their luggage. You know, I think in December, if you would have asked me if I was going to shop the spring sale and ask them to do that, I would have said yes. And this time around, I kind of thought, or, you know, as we got to the spring sale, I kind of thought, I don't want to inconvenience them. I feel like there's so much to plan and there's so much going on that it's not worth it. None of the items felt worth the inconvenience that I could possibly put on my family members. So with that being said, I think, again, to beat a dead horse, I survived so far. And I did buy 5 eyeshadows. Most of them were about $5. So I believe I spent about $25 total, maybe a little bit more, probably less than 30 on nail polish, which is an interesting thing for me because I don't buy nail polish often. So we'll see what next month or the next couple months bring. I might not do an update, obviously every month, a low buy update every month, because there might be some months where I'm just super boring and have absolutely nothing to talk about. But so far, I haven't needed to replace anything, and I have survived the 2 really hard days of like super temptation. And so yeah, I think that I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that maybe doing a little bit of a get ready with me made it a little bit more interesting. If you don't like this, or you do like this style of update video, let me know in the comments. This was just something that I knew if I sat down to give you a low buy update, it would be like 5 seconds, maybe a minute. And so I didn't want it to be so short that it was just boring to watch. So I figured maybe putting on makeup would make it a little more interesting. Let me know in the comments. I'm always open to feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.